Hi everybody, Dr. James Pietrek, upper cervical chiropractor in Rancho Bernardo, and this is Brooks. Got a different change of scenery and a different cast member today. Well, the question of the week is, why does my leg go short? Is there anything I can do to keep my leg from going short on the same side all the time? Or my hip keeps dropping down the same side. Why is that? Is there something else that I can do? And I don't want to just answer a person with a simple yes or no. I want to try to change a person's way of thinking about that. And what I mean by that is the simple law of cause and effect. You know, in our culture, we tend to just try to avoid pain and to just whatever we can do, even if it's a temporary fix, even if it's a temporary just putting a piece of black tape over the check engine light, or we're hungry, we want fast food. And there's good things about this, but sometimes if we don't just think and get to the root of the cause, then we can spin our wheels and we might not be very empowered. So the reason for the short leg in the first place is not lack of exercise. The reason for the pelvic imbalance, what I see all the time, put that caliper on the hips and we see this phenomenon. The problem is not lack of exercising. The problem isn't usually because the muscles are weaker on one side. The problem is the atlas vertebra, and is this the size of your atlas vertebra or is this too big?
It's probably too big.
Probably a little bit too big.
Yeah.
But relatively speaking, the brainstem, all these wires right here, you can touch it, you won't get electrocuted.
They're not plugged in.
They're not plugged in, but relative to the atlas, it's about that size.
Uh-oh.
That's okay, low battery. It's about this size. And when the atlas side slips, just like this, and that's the easiest way for it to misalign, what happens is the sidemost parts of the brainstem can become impinged or irritated right here. And you know, all these other nerves go to important places like controlling the immune function, the heart rate, blood pressure. Here's a couple of examples. You have nerves that go right into your face, your digestion. But notice over here on the bottom left, where the brainstem affects the posture and our overall sense of body balance. In addition, in the upper left, you can see our sleep and our mood, because the brainstem really plays a vital role in maintaining and regulating our circadian rhythm. So we just set our clocks forward, and a lot of people take a lot of time to adjust to that, and there is a couple of days of adjustment, pun intended, that needs to occur with that. But simply know that the brainstem, if our atlas is misaligned, that could be part of the problem. If we're not adjusting, we're not adapting very well to the clock change, because it's the brainstem that is largely in charge of secreting the proper amount of melatonin, as well as our moods or our serotonin. But when a person has bad posture, I want you to be open to the idea that that is a healthy thing, that is an adaptive thing, because isn't it a good thing that the sidemost wires or the sidemost parts of the brainstem are in charge of the tone of the muscles in the lower back? I'm going to say that again. The muscles in the lower back get their nerve supply from the sidemost part of the brainstem. That's how we can address up here. We can touch up here and get the effect all the way down here. Okay, all the way down in the pelvis. So we know if we can affect this by only doing this, then we've also had a positive influence on everything else in between. So in that regard, just like stress is a good thing if it's short term. Same thing, the atlas subluxation is a good thing if it is short term. But long term, do you want to be walking around like this?
No.
Of course not. And that's why people should do what? This? What does that mean? What are we talking about?
I don't know.
We're talking about chiropractic. And Mom's opening a jar in the kitchen. So I think it's time to eat pretty soon. Anything else you want to add?
No.
Okay. So posture, bad posture is a good thing. Keep that in mind. Bad posture is a good thing. You can compliment somebody today on their bad posture and then tell them to do what? To go see their chiropractor. We'll rehearse next time. We wanted this to be a little bit spontaneous. Maybe we'll rehearse a little bit next time. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, good night, everybody. Remember, optimal structure equals optimal function. And it's Monday night, so I got to take the trash out. See you later.
Bye.